Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want members protect me from these members. So, Speaker, this decision of the court, I find it belated. So, Speaker, for one reason. This decision was based at a freezing point. The freezing point was on August 9, after elections, after what was called pre-election coalition agreements. After the 8th and after we were sworn in, Mr. Speaker, there was again post-election agreements. Meaning, Mr. Speaker, that the formation of parliament and the composition of parliament and in terms of parties and coalitions is a moving average. Mr. Speaker, is a moving average that will be determined by interests of members of parliament and the parties that form that particular coalition, Mr. Speaker. You are aware, Mr. Speaker, during your determination, at that time, Mr. Speaker, parties like Jubilee had some members moving to Kenya Kwanza. There were some members, Mr. Speaker, UDM had already changed the position, Mr. Speaker. So what, even if manyora have changed their position now, Mr. Speaker, you need to ensure there is a post-election agreement, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, what we are determining, Mr. Speaker, is a fundamental thing that will guide Parliament for many years. Mr. Speaker, we must determine how many post-election coalition agreements that shall continue to be there to guide the majority and minority in Parliament, Mr. Speaker. In that way, Mr. Speaker, we shall have Parliament that are made of people who are very sober, that they know where they are and where they sit, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in a parliamentary system, Mr. Speaker, it doesn't matter where you sit here in Parliament. It is only a tradition. It is only a tradition, Mr. Speaker. But in terms of determination, Mr. Speaker, of minority party or majority party rests on your case, Mr. Speaker, and rests on existing post-election agreements that have continued to be there, Mr. Speaker. So it is over to you, Mr. Speaker. Based on those, Mr. Speaker, this is a continuous moving average and it will continue to change, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Donya.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The fact that, Mr. Speaker, you have told us that we debate and you are going to rule on this one. I ask myself, the fact that Azimio didn't win the election of the Speaker, who are the majority then, that is our question. If you are debating, if you didn't win, we didn't win, I'm in Azimio, we didn't win the position of the Speaker, who are the majority then. That is, yes, that is the answer. You should answer. Who won? Who won? Put the question, Mr. Speaker. Who won the position of the Speaker? Then, who are the majority? Then, we should be debating on other things, Mr. Speaker. We should help our people. Like Kisii, we have no water. We have no electricity. We are discussing things that have been shot straight. Who was the Speaker then when we came to Parliament? The first time on 29th of September, who was elected as the Speaker? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Wamboka.